Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Breakpoint Breakdown. This is our daily roundup for day eight. We are already on day eight. We are probably closer to the end of the tournament now than we are to the beginning. And yes, Chase is back today, so give it up for him.
We're back. Let's
We should
go.
get we
Let's
should get a
go.
soundboard like clapping noises and stuff.
Dude, seriously, I gotta get an audience.
Yeah. Wait, Chase, just tell everyone like what happened in the last 30 minutes at your house. Like what
Yeah,
happened?
so basically me and Luke were gonna record and
Yeah.
there were blackouts that have been happening around like San Diego, specifically around the UCSD college campus. And I had like a blackout for like 10 minutes, like everything just shut off, and then now we're back.
Yeah,
So
we were freaking out. We were like, "Oh no, we'll have to do this tomorrow or something."
yeah,
But
we were worrying. It's good though. We're good now.
yeah, power is back on, and we are good to go.
Yeah.
Let's get into the matches today. Let's start with Francis Tiafoe. He seeded 15 here this week. Continues his impressive form with a straight sets win over Daniel Altmaier. Uh, did you see any of it?
No, but dude, Tiafo, like these past like two or three rounds, dude, he's been going crazy, dude. I haven't seen like this type of level from him since like the US Open like last year.
Yeah, no, same. He hasn't lost a set yet.
Yeah, dude, that's insane. We also have to consider the opponents he played. I mean, the only really hard opponents he played were like Korda and Altmaier. That's
Yeah,
about it.
that is true. But how about this? He won 30 out of 37 points at the net today. He came to the net 37 times on a clay court today. I mean,
It's
he's
all
pre-
yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, we saw Paul serving volleying versus I don't know who he played again. Who did he play?
in which round?
Just now.
Just
I think
now. Popperin?
yeah, Popperin. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw Paul serving and volleying a lot against Popperin.
Yeah. No, because that's something that the Americans have been kind of discussing to bring their aggressive game style to the clay, not to become a clay court and start playing defensive points, but actually bringing that aggressive game style, and it's working out for them.
Yeah, yeah, for 100%. I mean, we're seeing what, like two Americans right now in the
Yeah,
fourth
two
one?
two Americans into the quarters. We're gonna get to the second one in a second, but yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And yes, Tiafoe is doing all of this in that all blue outfit we've been
Dude,
talking about every
that
single time he plays. It's so good.
that blue outfit is so sick, man.
We'll
I
put
love
it up
that
on the
outfit.
screen, but yeah, I
Yeah.
keep saying it's reminiscent of Nadal in 2018.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
To the other American we go to that made the quarterfinals here, Tommy Paul. Straight sets win over Alexei Popyrin for his first French Open quarterfinal. And he continues his impressive form despite that abdominal strain that we talked about a few days ago.
Yeah. I was able to catch the highlights of this earlier today. Dude, Paul is playing really, really, really aggressive on clay. Like
Yeah.
I haven't seen this since like, dude, like Sampras, like serving volleying on clay like Federer. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, the aggression level from Paul and all the Americans, I feel like, especially now, is there. I honestly like it personally. If Shelton didn't have to play Carlos in the fourth, then I feel like he also could have made it to the quarters.
Yeah, I think so too. The way Shelton was playing, doesn't seem like that abdominal strain we talked about too bad after all because he played a five setter in the last round against Hachinov, and then he backed it up today with the straight sets win. So we were saying that he might not even play at all, and now he's into the quarters.
Yeah, that's crazy from Paul. I mean, he might be
Yeah,
playing off painkillers like Rude did during Madrid, but we'll we'll
yeah,
we'll see what happens to Paul. Yeah.
yeah. Nice to see two Americans into the quarterfinals. Uh, let's go to the tournament favorite here, Carlos Alcaraz. He took out Shelton today. We just mentioned that in a fantastic four-set battle today. And we
Yeah.
talked about the Americans being aggressive, bringing that aggressive game style. And Shelton was very aggressive today, but Alcaraz showed why he's a four-time major champion.
Yeah, I mean, Alcaraz what stood out for me for the highlights that I was able to see was Alcaraz's movement specifically. Shelton was bringing in like a lot of just drop shots and like aggressive balls, but Alcaraz's backhand specifically as well has been molding really, really well on clay. I feel like it's becoming another shot that he can rely on in his bag along with his like drop shot and forehand. Everybody knows, but him with the new backhand that he has right now and all of his movement and everything, he's a monster, dude. I mean, he's easily going to make the final in my opinion, unless he has to play Musetti. But
Musetti.
that's another talk. Yeah,
Yeah. We'll talk about Musetti in a second in his match today. Shelton, let's talk a little bit about him. He had 3 set points in that first set. He was up 6-4 in the tiebreak and then 7-6. And that 6-7 point, Alcaraz saved that with a ridiculous volley at the net. It was an incredible volley from him.
Yeah. I also wanted to talk about there was another volley where I think you know what I'm talking about where
Yeah,
he like
I was going to talk about that too. Are you talking about the sportsmanship one?
yeah the extended backhand volley. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
What sportsmanship from Carlos
Oh yeah.
Alcaraz? So let's talk about it. We might put this up on the screen later. Um, I think it's 30 all, first game of the second set.
Yeah.
Alcaraz comes in, Shelton smacks a forehand cross, and Alcaraz lunges out for a volley, and he throws his racket out at it. And the rule is that the racket has to stay in your hand to get the ball over. The crowd went wild. We thought it was an amazing point because Alcaraz threw his racket at the ball, and the ball actually went over the
Yeah.
net. And
It
we thought it
barely
was a
got over
great
too.
play. But Alcaraz, credit to him, he turned himself in. He told the umpire that I threw the racket and it wasn't in my hand when I hit that ball. Just great character from the young Spaniard.
Yeah, I think also him and Shelton have a lot of respect for each other because there was
Oh
another call. It was like there was a let that was supposed to be called and didn't get called. Carlos was like, "What's wrong with this?" And Shelton was like, "Oh yeah, we can replay it if you want." I feel like that's definitely like from the younger generation, especially with him and Carlos. I feel like that's good that we have that for like the future generations coming. Along with Carlos and Sinner, I feel like
yeah,
they're both very close sportsmanship wise. So yeah,
yeah. I think everyone gets along with Carlos.
yeah, Carlos is very
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
yeah. Great match that was ended up, I think, turning into that match of the day, even though we had a different match slated for
oh
that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
fantastic match. Hopefully, we see those guys play more in the future. And
We
Shelton,
will for
credit to
sure.
him. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, now let's get to the only other match that happened today. It's round of 16 now, so we only got about 4 matches a day.
yeah.
Musetti and Runa, and Chase, we both said, you said in the preview last week it'll be Musetti in four, and I said yesterday I think Musetti's going to win in four. So we are both correct. So clapping noise for us.
Yeah,
And
right.
Musetti, he continues to just impress and be consistent force.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he talked about it in an interview today too. I was gonna watch the highlights like as soon as I got home from my run, but
Yeah.
Mercedes Mercedes talking about his mental game. Like he said, like before he used to like complain about things all the time, like everything like that. But now like he's just going with it. Like he's just playing through the flow. And I feel like that's something a lot of players can take away now, especially with like everybody's kind of had like a sort of sissy attitude to the tour. I feel like with Musetti, he's just grinding it out, it's straight grind day in, day out. The way he's playing now, I feel like he's going to be a problem for Carlos too, and going to bring him to five in the semis if they get to that point.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just love seeing Musetti hit that backhand and using his variety to just
yeah,
craft the points. It's
yeah,
amazing to watch from
yeah.
Musetti. Let's talk a little bit about Runa. He seemed to really lose it physically towards the end of the match. I don't know what happened, if it was cramps or not, if he was just tired. He just started ball bashing, especially in that fourth set, and you knew he wasn't going to win it because he was just going after everything.
Yeah, I think that's bad physically for Runa. I mean, I don't think he'll get back to the level that he was at before back in like 23 and
Oh
like
wow,
20,
really?
early 24. Yeah. I mean, with the mental issues that he's been having now, I mean, we saw it at the BMP when we were there. I mean, the final, he was
Oh
barely
yeah,
even getting the ball back against Jack. I mean,
yeah,
well, it's Runa, I don't know. I mean, he just won Barcelona too. It's
yeah,
up and down the
yeah. It's
whole
just too
like
up and down. Yeah,
yeah, it's too up and down. I can't predict anything for Runa. I mean, I assumed that he was going to win this regardless due to his quality of level on clay. But
yeah.
I mean, dude, with Runa, you don't know what to expect, man.
Yeah. Hopefully Runa can figure this out. Hopefully he can become more consistent because Runa in full flow is a joy to
Oh yeah,
watch as
oh
well.
yeah, dude, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's it for today. Let's move on to tomorrow, Monday preview. It's the last batch of the round of 16
Oh,
spots into the quarterfinals. I know. Some big matches tomorrow. Let's start off with Bublik. He's the surprise here. He takes on Jack Draper for a spot in the quarters. That's last on Longland. And Chase, can Bublik, with his antics, upset another top 10 seed just like he did with Demon Or?
no way, dude. The way Draper, with the way Draper's been this year, I don't see Bublik even getting a set. To be honest, I mean,
Yeah.
physically, he's not used to playing at this level, and then these like tournaments and slams, dude. I think it was funny to see him make a run, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of over. Draper's kind of guaranteed to make this.
Yeah, I think Bublik can get a set with all just the weird things that he does. I think he can
Yeah.
mix it up and he can surprise Jack and like maybe the first set and just come out serving and volleying, hitting all those drop shots. That tweener winner was not that it wasn't a winner, but that tweener to set up that backhand pass against Dean
Against
on that
David
set
Orr,
point.
yeah,
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 that was
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was insane, dude.
yeah, yeah. Should be an interesting one to watch. Cam Nori, he takes on Djokovic. That's the day session on Chatrier. The head to head's 5-0 Djokovic, but a lot of us are expecting this to be a close one. And that's probably because last week, or not last week, but 2 weeks ago in Geneva, Nori pushed Djokovic to three.
Yeah, in the match in Geneva, I feel like it was also Novak being sort of semi-rusty because he hadn't played many
Yeah.
tournaments at all before that. I honestly feel like with the level that Novak's been playing this tournament as well, until he reaches like the top 10 level or like top 20 level of players, I feel like he'll still win in straights against most of these people. Just due to the simply like the kind of vibe he gives off, kind of like it's kind of like a fear factor. I feel like with especially what I said in the early rounds, it's going to be a fear factor when he wins in straights against everybody. So I mean, I think he's going to come out against Nori and win in straights. Do I think it'll be close? Yeah, probably like 3-4-4. I
Yeah.
still don't see Nori getting a set though,
Yeah, I
personally.
could I could see that happening. I think that it's gonna be a close straight sets too. I think Nori could get a set, but I'm gonna back Djokovic to get it in three. He's looked really good,
He
excuse me,
has
this
looked really
tournament.
good.
I know he hasn't played anyone like really high ranked, but he's been cruising. It's kind of looking like how he did in Miami up until that final. He's been impressive.
Yeah, yeah. Novak. I mean, his level on clay we know is crazy. If Rafa didn't exist, he'd have probably like 7 Roland Garros titles. So,
Yeah. No,
yeah.
and but by the way, I also want to talk about this. I want to get your take on this because I talked about this yesterday. Djokovic's movement at 38 years old is still insane. We talk about Monfils and how his movement is insane for him because he's also 38. But Djokovic's movement yesterday when he was playing Misalic, the qualifier, there was this one point break point in the first set where Djokovic just threw up lob after lob after lob. There were like three different lobs that Djokovic put up running around the court. And on that third lob, Misalic hit that smash out. And it was just insane to watch him move like that at 38.
Oh yeah. I mean, Novak's physicality is one of the many reasons why he was able to beat specifically Nadal. I mean, we saw
Yeah.
that over the years. Yeah. I mean, 2012 Australia and all those matches. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a testament to how high his skill level has been for so long, as well as his skill level on clay. Because I mean, on clay is hardest surface to move on. I mean, if he's moving well on this surface, imagine him at the Australian if he wasn't injured. Probably would have made the final against Yannick if he hadn't beaten Zverev. But yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a testament to Novak's greatness as well, his physicality for sure, and just his mentality as well. I mean, we're sure we'll see him like yell sometimes on the court, but I mean, I'd
Yeah.
rather he get that out instead of just bottle it up until like the final.
No, but that's kind of something he's been lacking this year too. Like we hadn't seen that emotion from him, and it's kind of something we wanted to see from him, just to see that he's really motivated
Yeah,
to get the title or something.
yeah, 100%, man. I mean, I feel like he still has a little bit of a drive in him to get to 25. I mean, do I think he can do it? Yeah. Do I
Yeah,
think with Alcaraz and Sinner on the tour, it's going to be very hard? 100%. I think he'll have a very hard road, especially for his age. But I mean, dude, it's Djokovic. He can pull anything off. So
yeah, he's the GOAT.
yeah, he's a go. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right, let's move on. Yannick Sinner, world number one. The dude dropped 3 games in his last round against Lehechka. Lehechka is no joke. He dropped 3 games against Lehechka. He takes on Andrei Rublev. And remember, Rublev hasn't played since Thursday because of the walkover from Fils. And Sinner was just merciless against Lehechka.
yeah. I mean, Leshko said in the interview after. I mean, he said something. He said something like he's just too good or something like that. He said he no. This is what he said. This is what he said. He
Okay.
said, and I quote: "It feels like I'm playing myself, but 2 times better." Like basically, Yannick just doesn't. I mean, I'm telling you, I've been saying this forever. Yannick is literally just like a not modern day version of younger, like middle, like prime Novak, basically.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
hits the ball bigger too than
it's a
Novak.
ball bigger. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I said it's adapted to nowadays game.
Yeah.
Nowadays game technology is advanced as we see, so that's how he hits ball so hard. I mean, dude, if Yannick plays at this level in all the slams, he will not have a surface where he isn't like rounded on. You know what I mean? Like we have
Yeah.
Carlos at Roland Garros and Wimbledon. We both know those are two of his strong suits, right? I mean,
Yeah.
but if Sinner can play like this at this level, dude, he's gonna end up having like another Novak season where he wins like 3 or 4 slams, like the calendar slam, dude. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect from this guy. I think he's the Iceman. I think he's gonna be Rublev in three. Um, Not much to it for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I could certainly see a beatdown coming here for Rublev, unfortunately. We can talk a little bit about the head-to-head. It is 6-3 Sinner, But get this, there's a bit of a caveat because two of Rublev's wins were actually a retirement from Sinner. And then the other one was last year in Canada, but Sinner had a hip injury in that match. He just didn't retire. So all of Rublev's wins against Sinner, Sinner's been injured. So can Rublev
Okay.
like actually get a win against a healthy Sinner?
Probably not, man. I mean, Rublev kind of reminds me of Sinner in a way that he just like they have the same sort of hitting pattern. I mean, I
Yeah,
feel like Sinner's gonna
and
destroy him.
and
Yeah.
and back in like 2022, they were basically in the same category before Sinner just rose to another level. Sinner
Yeah.
and Rublev, they were kind of seen as the same player because they kind of just ball bashed, I guess you could say in a way.
Yeah. In a sense, yeah. I mean, I still see Sinner beating him in straights. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
All
doubt.
right. So we both like Sinner, I think, here in straight.
Yeah.
Let's get to the match of the day, in my opinion. We've seen this match a lot this year. Sasha Zverev, 3C here, takes on Greek Spore. The head to head is 7-2 Zverev. But Chase, that does not tell the full story.
It's not a level story at all, dude.
All right, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about some of their matches. Greek Sport last year they played at the French Open in the third round. Greek Sport was up 4-1 in the fifth, and Zverev came back. So that was not great for Greek Sport there. Got nervous,
Yeah.
obviously. Zverev went on to make the final last year. And
Yeah.
then this year they played twice, Indian Wells and Munich. And Zverev should have won in Indian Wells, and Greek Sport should have won in Munich. They played in Munich. We'll talk about the Munich one. The Greeks
Uh,
were served for the match in Munich, and Zverev came back and won. And then in Indian Wells, Zverev served for the match, and Greek Sport came back and won. And Chase, we have a little bit of a story about this because we were at Indian Wells when this match was happening.
yeah.
We were watching Casper Ruud play his match, but on the other side, I was telling you about this Zverev match, and Greek Sport was serving for the match at like 6-5 in the third,
Yeah.
and they went back and forth from deuce to match point, deuce, break point, deuce,
You
match point. They
can't.
went like 8 deuces and then they went to a tiebreak and then eventually Greek Sport finished the job, but that was ridiculous.
Yeah, you can't make that up, dude. I mean, I think they're both notorious chokers. I don't know what to
Yeah.
expect tomorrow, dude. It's like 60-40 for me, Zverev.
Yeah.
Zverev big the 60. I don't know.
Yeah. I I'm just gonna lean Zverev. By the way, this is Greek Sport's first ever round of 16 at a major, which is surprising.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's never made a round of 16 before at a major.
Wow.
Yeah, and I lean Zverev just because he has way more experience. So I'm actually gonna go Zverev in four. I'm not gonna be surprised at all if this goes five. It probably will go
Yeah,
five.
I wouldn't be surprised either, to be
Yeah,
honest with you.
I'm gonna lean Zverev here just because of his experience in a tight four setter.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I think as Zverev can get past the mental block that he has, I feel like his mechanics, like I said before, I mean, I think he can get past Greek Sport in 4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, folks, that'll do it for us today. We're getting to the business end of this tournament. Matches are decreasing as we go by.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been good so far, man. I mean, I really hope we get a good final and like good semis.
Yeah, I think we will.
Yeah, I think we will as well.
Yeah. All right. You want to close us out?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, anything else?
No, I mean, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the potential matches we could get on Wednesday because this part of the draw plays again on Wednesday. So like if the seats hold, we should get Sinner versus Draper and Zverev versus Djokovic. We should get both of those matches.
That's gonna be clean.
Yeah.
The Australian matchup. All right, dude.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah,
like if we
man.
get that, listen, the quarterfinal lineup would be Sinner Draper, Zverev Djokovic, and then Musetti Tiafo. That's kind of the random one. And then Paul
Yeah.
versus Alcaraz, which I don't think is bad because Tommy Paul always plays Alcaraz close. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both crazy movers. It'll be a good match between
Yeah.
those two for sure. All right.
All right.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you all for watching. Follow us on Instagram, Breakpoint Breakdown 1.
Yep.
No capitals, all that. Please like and subscribe for sure. We love your guys' support. And we will see you in the next one.